You had mentioned traditional methods, and I know that with these new technology and new resources that are available, a lot of people are still kind of figuring out how they can freshen up their practices, especially when it comes to blended learning. Could you tell me how traditional practices or traditional methodologies still show benefits today, even though the core is not going away? And would like to know how that actually still plays into learning today using traditional methods.
Well, I definitely feel that traditional methods are still here. It's something that we do. So the traditional method is you send someone to training. I believe that is just one event, and that doesn't necessarily capture or allow the learner to have an opportunity to transfer those skills, because they're only just focused on what's happening in the classroom. And so that's why I like the more broad and blended learning approach, where, for example, if you're going to training, you're scheduled to attend a public speaking course. And the way that you would apply this blended learning strategy is you would prepare for learning. So what do you do to prepare you for that learning? Maybe the approach is designed where you have a discussion board ahead of time where people share their experiences with public speaking, and what is your best experience and what is your worst experience in public speaking. And so that happens before they actually attend the classroom training. And so that's your prepare for learning. And then they engage in learning, they actually attend the training, they find out they get all the knowledge and skills in that particular session. But then there's opportunities that are designed into the program where they can actually reflect on what they're learning. And so at the end of each lesson, you may have an activity where you reflect on, or you have an action plan for what are you going to do to apply that learning once you get back on the job. And so that's a way to reflect. Also, at the end of the session, maybe at the end of every day, you do like a video capture, you do a selfie video, and you actually talk about some of those learning nuggets or learning bites that you've gotten throughout the day. You share that with some of your coworkers. Sharing is one of the better ways to actually learn something and retain the learning, is sharing it with others. And then at the end, you have that comprehensive plan on how you're actually going to act on that learning. What are you going to do with it? So that you have a plan before you go to the job, and you think about some of those obstacles you may encounter with actually applying it, and you come up with a strategy for how you can actually overcome those barriers to learning so that it is effective and you have spent valuable time away from the job in order to improve performance when you get back on the job.